least one person would weep.
Hannah, thank you for being a
Love
friend.
you, Hannah.
Yeah, let's go.
Let's go.
So no time to waste. Let's get on with it, shall we? Now our first little bit. This is something we've been discussing doing for quite a while. Because we know that Abby, you're a fan of musicals, right?
I'm a big fan of musicals, yeah.
Yeah,
100%.
I always hear Abby singing.
Yeah,
like,
you can't stop me.
I wish you would stop.
Yeah,
I
me
totally
too sometimes.
So the question is, like, what film would you like to see adapted into a musical? It could be a stage musical, could be just adapted into another film musical. But which film do you want to see the characters sing and dance to in ridiculous-looking costumes, probably?
Right. So I did take this as stage musical, and my pick was, of course, Twilight. I think
Oh
this
my
would
god,
be
yes.
Yeah,
Which is
100%.
a
Yes,
pick,
Abby.
definitely a
It's
pick.
definitely be great as a
This
musical.
is the skin of a killer, Bella.
Yeah, and
Yes.
then break into song.
But as a song.
As
This
a song.
is the skin of a killer,
100%.
Bella.
I'm picturing the baseball scene, a beautiful dance number,
Like High School Musical.
like High School Musical.
Yes,
I just think, and I also think the Jacob costume would have to be phenomenal.
Amazing.
Like the humanoid
Amazing. Yeah.
wolf costume, it would just be incredible.
I mean, he doesn't have a costume for half the film.
Well,
No, he doesn't
it would
wear a
be
shirt.
Just have
it
it
would
in
be
shirtless,
all
yeah.
the films in one musical somehow.
All the films in one musical.
I think we could do it.
Any
It w-
breaks? Any intermissions?
Maybe like 2.
I respect
We
that.
can do it.
We
now,
can skip. We can cut the
Sanziana.
boring bits.
Yeah.
Sanziana, what's your pick?
Okay,
Because I feel like
so
this is something else we'll have a
I
discussion
went
about.
a different way. I thought you were thinking like film musicals, and I went with one of my and Abby's favorites, which is Puss in Boots. And I'm gonna tell
Please-
you why.
please don't-
I
yeah.
want
please
it to be
don't.
like real people, not animated.
Yeah,
and
okay.
I'm thinking we all deserve a cat.
Doesn't that,
We
doesn't
all-
that kind of ruin the point if it's real people?
No. 'cause we
It's
all-
a man in boots.
The film's name is Puss in Boots. It's just a man with
no.
some shoes
Like
on.
it's real action. It's like Cats, but better.
Oh, so
and
do
Okay.
well, you were just filming Cats.
we deserve a better Cats without James Corden.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
I did see that
Not
film in
throwing
cinema.
shade. Thank you.
I
Um,
thought you could also mean just like the animals, cats. You just put them in
Oh.
some boots and just
Ah,
film
that
them
would
That
running
would be
around.
better.
My
I
cat
wanna see that.
is on the casting list for this.
Yeah, mine too. Get
Yeah.
mine on, yeah.
And also, we've had this debate before. I believe Puss in Boots has riz. And I believe that if you transform Puss in Boots into a human, he would be extremely
She
hot.
did say she would have sex with Puss in Boots.
I would sleep with him.
I think that anyone would have sex with just Antonio Banderas' voice, just the concept of his
Yes,
voice.
but it's more like Puss in Boots in
I-
general for me.
It's sexy. Anyway,
What's your
Is
choice?
it really sexy?
we're
though?
moving on. My pick for a film musical is a film which debatably is kind of nearing a musical already, and that is the wonderful Swiss Army Man.
Oh, I love that film.
Yeah.
Good
Yes.
choice,
Now,
Ben.
at first watch, Swiss Army Man has nothing to do with music, aside from having a score.
The
But
score is so
if you
good
listen
though.
to the
score
score,
is so good.
the characters are singing in the score whilst being, and I think that's so cool.
It is,
And
yeah.
it doesn't happen often in the film, but the times it does is really special. And I think having that as a stage musical
It would be really
would be
good. It
would be a lot of
really
fun.
good.
I agree.
Yeah.
So moving on to our next little bit, Desert Island Films.
Abby's choice.
Abby's choice. Now, I've been really interested in doing this. Obviously, before the show, our guests like to tell us, well, they tell me what they are. It's a surprise to Tanziana. I put it on the PowerPoint.
I like being surprised.
And for the first time, I think in the entire show, I've seen all the films here. So
Maybe
I can't
I'm
wait
just
to
too
discuss.
basic.
Ooh.
So,
Maybe that's the
yeah, I'm
problem.
sorry. I'm sorry, but I wanted some classics. So
Yeah.
my number one pick is The Princess Bride. It is an absolute
Ooh.
classic. Gobby, one of my favorite films of all time. I think it's my sister's favorite film. So
A good choice.
Shout out to what's your sister's name?
Emma,
Emma.
Yeah,
Where are you? Emma.
legend out there
Legend.
somewhere. Probably not watching this, but we can send it to her later. She'll appreciate it.
Do you want to say the thing?
Oh yeah, of course.
Do you want to say it together?
yeah.
Should you look into camera? and
Look,
say it
which
together?
camera?
That one.
That one. Yeah.
Any camera. That one.
That one. This one, Ben.
Oh, that one.
Yeah.
Okay,
I
right.
don't have the
Just had
film
people
and
saying.
I don't
You
know
ready?
what they're going to
3,
say.
2, 1.
My name is Inigo Montoya. You killed my father. Prepare to die. Father, get it
Okay,
together, Ben.
whatever, anyway.
Right.
Woo! What a
phenomenal
performance.
film. One of the best films ever made, and if I'm stuck on a desert island, it would remind me of home because it's
You are a Princess Bride.
no, because it was filmed by my house. Two of the scenes are filmed like other sides of my house.
Really?
Oh, that's
Within like
awesome.
5-10 minutes.
Oh,
yeah.
that's really cool.
So lots
Which two
of
scenes?
the bit where they're rolling down the hill.
Oh, yeah.
That's
Have you
filmed-
rolled down that hill?
I haven't, but I've walked along the bottom.
That's
You've rolled
close enough.
with
Roll
it
with
down
it
that
down the
hill.
and
Hey.
then the scene where they're like in the rocks and he like smashes the rock over his head.
Oh,
Oh,
yes,
nice.
That's
very
also
fun.
on the other
Have
side
you
of my
smashed
house.
your head over?
No,
you're-
but I've also walked
Sounds
through
like an
there.
insult. You
No.
smashed
Yeah.
your head with a rock.
Like to see how he
But yeah, it's
I would.
a great film.
See how he
Um,
felt.
Would recommend, and I think I would not get bored of it, and also it would make me want to like become a pirate if I'm
Oh,
stuck
That's
on a
fair.
desert island.
That's good.
No,
So-
it is a great. Have you seen it, Santiana?
No.
Well,
yeah,
it
I was
is-
so confused when you
It's
started
somewhere
yelling.
on this table, so
It's
you
it's
can-
I'll grab the
somewhere.
DVD after.
Yeah,
take
yeah,
it,
yeah.
No
take
problem.
it with
No,
you.
a very
yeah.
good film. What would your second choice for being stuck on a desert island be?
It would be Little Miss Sunshine.
Yes.
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 Yeah.
Yes.
100%. I
Ooh,
think
my feelings.
you can't go wrong with this film. I don't think
You
I've
can.
met a single person who didn't like this film. So
if
I
you
think
did, they're wrong.
yeah, I
Yeah.
think if
Like
if
that.
you find people
I love it. It's
on
great.
the island,
It's so crazy.
other people, it was a film you could share
Yeah.
Yeah.
for sure. Makes me cry.
Kind of takes the desert out of Island if you share it, but yeah.
Well,
sure.
I don't know. Maybe you could have. It could be like why is the only film I can think of about a desert island? Alvin and the Chipmunks Chipwrecked. But
And you didn't have that on your desert
Yeah.
island film.
maybe that's a mistake.
It's a
there.
true survival
Is
guide.
it the best of the four Alvin and the Chipmunks films? Question of the day.
What?
Is it your favorite of the four?
I like the fourth one just because it's called Boys on the Hood, and I think that's amazing.
we were talking about Little Miss Sunshine. a
Okay,
second
anyway,
ago.
sorry.
Yeah,
Back to
yeah.
yeah, great film, incredible cast, just everyone.
Steve
Back to,
Carell.
yeah, back to Paul Dano from
Paul Dano, Swiss Army Man.
Swiss Army
yeah,
Man.
yeah.
So clearly fans of him on this sofa. But yeah, I just think beautiful film. Makes me cry.
It is-
Makes me laugh.
Do you not think it is deeply sad?
Deeply sad, but in a very happy way.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I
like
think
my life.
like
Yeah.
like your life. we
bit.
won't be
You've
digging
gotta-
into
you'll
that
find
one.
the good-
No,
the
please
good
don't.
points.
Never.
And then I think my final film is a bit more from less popular, but a classic, and that's Shiver Baby.
Modern classic.
Modern
I'm so
classic,
glad that we
I-
get to talk about this.
I love this film to
What's
bits.
this?
It-
Oh,
It is.
do I know it actually?
I'll tell you about it. It's Rachel Sennett
Okay.
from Bodies, Bodies, Bodies.
Okay.
And it's 70 minutes, which I think people think Desert Island, you want to take a lot of a film, you want a big, long film. But I just think you want a film you can rewatch, and I think some of
That's
the films
true,
you can
yeah.
rewatch are nice, short, succinct 70-minute films. And it's a great film. It's the way I've described it before is if you like horror films but don't like being scared. So it's like if you like Get Out,
Yeah.
but you like the bit at the start where everything's a little bit tense, a little bit stressful, and you think something's afoot here, but you don't actually want to wait for the scary bit. Why don't you just have that for 70 minutes? Just being a little bit
Yeah.
stressed out.
For the
You-
record,
yeah, I
having
wanna see
having
it now.
also seen this film, I have absolutely no idea what you're on about.
Do you not just think it's like a very stressful experience to watch this film?
Yeah, that's fair. It is stressful. And that's
Um,
something you want on a desert island. Stress.
Yeah, stress. Well, maybe it'll make you
keep your life, keep
make-
the blood flowing.
Maybe you'll think, oh, maybe it was a good thing that I'm not back home in the real world where everything is
Yeah.
difficult and
you know what? It's
stressful.
fair.
and
It's a great film. I
it's
mean,
a great
if
film.
if it's
And
hard to track down, but it's good if you can find it.
It's been on Channel 4 twice because that's when I've watched it. So wait for it to be back there. And I also think Emma Seligman and Rachel Sennett have a new film out next week, which I'm very excited for. So
Do you know the name of
it's
said
called
film?
Bottoms. So
That's
Sounds
that is
very
that is a
good.
good
Should-
name.
yeah.
There's a joke somewhere in there,
So-
but we only have 10 seconds before we move to our next segment,
So-
and I don't have the time to think of
but
it.
I'm very excited.
But isn't it nice? I got there somehow.
I
It's
don't know
not
what
good.
she's on about, honestly.
We'll
I
just,
never do.
We'll just ignore her.
Well, for our last category, which is, as always, the needlessly specific top 3 list.
Oh, no,
it's
we
the
need to go
canon!
into the canon!
I made an oath that I would remember the canon this time.
And you got to
Make
get
it
the
Oh
canon
my
together.
goodness. This is just... There you go,
Oh,
needlessly
needlessly
specific now.
Okay.
Yeah,
You'd think I would, after 5 weeks of doing this, I would have remembered the canon.
you completed it.
Useless. You need to get a new host. Replace him.
Don't listen to whoever's watching this. But our needlessly specific this week is one that holds quite close to my heart, and that is the top 3 films you want to see a Muppets adaptation of.
This is the best category we've ever done.
I'm
I-
really pleased with it. And Abby, would you like to take us through your
Please.
pick?
Of course.
Please.
My first film, which I just thought was obvious, I don't see why anyone wouldn't think of this first, is of course Ocean's 8.
Ooh.
I just think we need an Ocean's 8 Muppets film. And I think you probably could do any Ocean's film, but I think
No,
Ocean's 8
Ocean's,
has
yeah.
the right campy energy to become a
My
Muppets
question
film.
is,
Fair.
will you still be attracted to the characters if they're Muppets?
Miss Piggy maybe.
Ooh.
Okay,
interesting.
Yeah.
There's a lot there.
You
Um,
want that like pig Riz?
The pig Riz.
Is Pig Riz worse than Cat Riz?
No, but it's not better either.
But yeah, I just think phenomenal. I think Miss Piggy could play all the roles.
Yeah. She could and she will.
I think we should keep Kate Blanchett as Kate Blanchett in the
Just
one
have all the
human
rest
role.
be Muppets.
Yeah,
maybe
'cause-
make a Muppet of her.
No, I think because you need one human.
Oh.
I think just keep
Yeah.
keep Kate Blanchett. I think she'd probably anyone would do better than Awkwafina. Sorry. So controversial opinion. Great cast.
Maybe not that great.
Let's just move on to the next
I
film.
like
Yeah,
Awkwafina
next film,
in
next
that.
film.
Anyway, what's your next pick?
My next pick, I think this one's been said before. I don't think I'm the first to say this, but I think a Knives Out film. I think
Ooh.
I've
The first
It's
one.
a good pick.
any.
Good
I
choice.
think like a new one in the franchise.
Oh, okay.
So it's a Muppet mystery,
That's fun.
and then you keep Daniel Craig doing the
who
same
wouldn't
thing.
want to keep him, honestly?
I think.
Who?
This is just Sanziana swooning over people.
and
And
cats.
And cats. And pigs.
Yeah.
No, Ed was the pig.
I was the
Oh,
pig.
right, sorry.
Yeah.
You were the pig. You were like in. Yeah.
Right.
Move on. Yeah.
Should we just go on to the next
Yeah.
film?
Okay, okay.
And of course, I think a Charlie's Angels Muppet film would be
Yes.
great. I think I'd love to see all the like fights. I think there's the bit that I'm picturing is the bit where Lucy Liu is like riding a horse, and then she's like that's how she became a spy, was because she was so good at horse riding. I was like, I think they could really lean into that and have
Yeah.
the spies have the most elaborate backstories
Yeah.
as how they became spies,
That's
but they're all
fun.
Muppets.
Do you have a pick for which Muppets would play which of the three?
Ooh, that is a great question. I think you've got some.
Well, I just
interesting
shoved random
choices.
Muppet heads on there, yeah,
Um,
but
Yeah, I think, yeah, Bosley probably could be
Good.
the Swedish chef. I think, because he doesn't really say anything of worth. He kind of just parrots what Charlie's saying on the phone. So I think that would work. I realised when I was doing this there aren't many women Muppets.
there's
we
not.
Need
That's
more.
so sexist.
We need more women Muppets because there really is only Miss Piggy
Yeah.
and two of my choices.
and representation matters.
Oh yeah, very female-led.
Yeah. Well, I think we need to move
Yeah,
on to
sorry.
Sanziana's
Yes.
now. So Sanziana, would you
I-
like to take me through your
Yes.
like quite demented choices?
Well-
I was putting this together and I was just like,
This is a role within episode on which I'm on. So of course I'm gonna bring up my favorite human in the world, Mr. Gaspar Noé, and more specifically Climax. Cause take a Muppet, make a very disturbing film, but add Muppet on it. That sounds amazing to me. I'm sorry. And it's Gaspar Noé. He would have fun with colors and everything. The Muppets will not be the same ever after this. But why
yeah, they'd
not?
be scarred for life.
Yes, they
I
would,
don't know
but
anything about this film, so
It's-
I've
For
no.
those who don't know,
it
Climax,
violates you in every way.
Climax is a rather horrifying film about a bunch
Yes.
of people who get their alcohol spiked
It's Gaspar Noé.
and go off the rails.
Oh God.
like really off the rails.
Yeah.
And you want the Muppets to do
Yeah.
that. I think that could be interesting. I think Muppets would fit well in some sort of trip.
I think it's an
Scenario.
assault to our childhood.
Well,
Much like the next one.
My next one, yes. If you could reveal my choice.
Oh, I do like
Yes.
this. Yeah.
It's the amazing film Black Swan. Because who doesn't want to see Miss Piggy dance?
Me.
And also amazing lesbian dramas with two
Yeah.
girl Muppets.
But who would be the other girl Muppet?
We'll figure
Well,
it out. but
maybe just
again-
leave Mila Kunis in the role.
Oh yeah, she looks kind of like a Muppet. no, kind of. She's hot, but she looks like a Muppet. Big eyes, big mouth.
Okay.
Small body.
Well, I am cutting Sanziana off there. We're going to talk about your last pick now.
My last pick is an amazing short film with just Tilda Swinton, and that's it, called The Human Voice. I think just visually it would look amazing because colors, and Muppets are colors. And
That's what I've said.
Pedro Almodovar has obvious mommy issues, which can be very, very easily solved through the art of Muppetry.
You know what? out of your three, I'm kind of on board with that one.
Ah, yes.
I do
got
want
one.
Gonzo to play Tilda Swinton. I think that'd be funny.
That would be very
Um,
good.
Well, now I'm
Ben's-
going to justify
yeah.
mine, and I think that I've gone for some slightly less disturbing ones than Sanziana, and therefore ones that I could actually
feel
see being
offended.
made. Case in point, Muppets Lord of the Rings.
Oh, I do like
Right.
that.
I hate Lord of the Rings.
You hate Lord of the
I
Rings?
hate Lord of the.
I haven't seen
started
any Lord
watching
of the
it with
Rings
The Hobbit,
films.
which I've been told it's bad, but I fell asleep during it.
I
and
am.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And it would also
We are
work.
gonna have talks about that.
It would also work because there aren't any women in Lord of the Rings either.
Yeah.
So
You know what's good about Lord of the Rings though? Orlando Bloom.
You mean Gonzo?
I mean,
You mean Rolf the dog?
I did think
I mean
about
the
putting.
elf that's hot.
Yeah.
I did
Rolf
think
the
about
dog.
putting Pirates of the Caribbean on there because it's one of my favourite films.
Oh,
But
Johnny
I
Depp.
didn't think it would quite Muppetify. But maybe Orlando Bloom.
Maybe.
But yeah, Lord
Big
of the Rings.
mouth again.
Big Mouth, classic.
Big mouth.
Ooh, what he would do
mouth.
with that mouth? Oh my god. Sorry, go on.
Why did you let Santiana co-host the show?
know. I don't
Seemed like a good idea at the time.
Stop putting hot people on.
But yeah,
Ella.
Lord of the Rings.
We're putting
yes.
Muppets on.
I'm thinking about the human side. Sorry, go on. Please.
Can I have my justification,
Yes,
Santiana?
yes, of course.
Thank you. Like you talk about Muppets in Gaspar Noah, you can't let me talk about Muppets in Lord of the Rings. Classic story, big cast, perfect for Muppets, just like Before Sunrise.
This is more disturbing than everything I put
Right,
on.
hear me out. Because I put this together after watching, I went on a little bit of a Muppets movie marathon. And the Muppets movie from the 70s has a scene in it which is a little bit Before Sunrise-y.
So nice.
Yeah, and it's really sweet. I can just imagine this really wholesome film about Muppet and Miss Piggy.
In Vienna.
In Vienna, you know, the poetry guy could be Rolf the dog. Because Rolf the
yes,
dog
he
is the
could.
I
best
also
thing ever.
haven't seen Before Sunrise. I think I need to watch more
You
films.
need to
Very
watch the
good.
entire
It's one of
Before
my
trilogy.
favorite films.
Okay.
But get ready to cry.
Okay.
Yeah, and
I cry at everything, so
You'll
yeah.
cry at this.
you
Like,
will.
cry.
Before Sunrise it hits you here.
Ben?
Sorry.
Yes. And my final pick is the wonderful The Menu.
Ooh.
Because
Excellent choice.
you cannot tell me
How
that
is it this less disturbing than my choice?
Well, because it's going to be The Menu but with the Swedish chef.
Yes.
Specifically.
That's
Because you cannot tell me that you don't want to see the exact same film played out. But all of the like nonsense philosophical rambling that the chef guy does in The Menu is instead the Swedish chef just mumbling, and you don't understand
I would
any
watch
of
that.
it.
No, you're right. That
They
is the
serve
most
up food
correct.
and there's bombs in the food, like cartoon bombs in the food, you know,
Oh
like
my
like
God.
he sometimes
Yes.
does. No, I think it would just be brilliant.
That's true. It would be fun.
Yeah.
It
Yeah.
would be very fun.
But
Yes.
anyway, that is the end of our episode today. But
Oh.
we have something to say. Is that this is the
Yeah.
last episode of Roll With It season 1,
Yeah, we're
Which-
gonna cry.
which on the one hand is really sad. But on the other
Yeah.
hand, it's good that me and Sanziana managed to make it through an entire show
Without
together
killing each
without
other.
killing each other.
That's amazing.
It's genuinely impressive. We might see you for season 2.
Yeah.
Let's
also
hope so.
remember Puss in Boots is hot and has twins.
Please stop.
Also
there.
remember, say it with me now, Sanziana is wrong about films.
Nobody
Goodbye,
said
everybody.
it with you, Ben.
Bye. Bye.
Bye. You're gonna
Bye.
listen to Ben again.
Let's go. Roll with it.